ended up in Key West, decided I needed to hop on a plane. The bus goes all the way down to the airport and then turns around. I got off right there. It was like, almost midnight, I think. I just hopped the fence, climbed into the luggage compartment of a Delta like 737, I think. It was like one of the smaller jets, and fell asleep, woke up. They threw some handcuffs on me, and now roughly 5 years later, I'm a free man. So good times after the aftermath of Scientology. You know what I mean?
So why did they send you to prison for 4 years for sleeping in this fucking airplane?
I was not a model prisoner, let us say. I would like at first I would show up to court, and I would mind my P's and Q's, and I had good behavior and all that. And then eventually, after like having my court case postponed, like for 2 months, like 3 times in a row, before they even like would hear the case. You know what I mean? I started to get upset. I started to just not show up to the courthouse. They would say like, you're going to court, and I'd go, no thanks, take me off the list. And then eventually, they would have to drag me to the courthouse. They put me in a restraint chair, and they took me, and they just strapped me in and wheeled me into the courthouse, where they would leave me and say, "Are you going to walk up to the courtroom under your own power?" And I would go, "Nope." And they would go, "All right, so you're staying here down in the holding cells, and when you're ready to come up, please let us know." And I would never say that I was ready to come up. And eventually, they started to put me, and like let's call it like 2.5 years of that. And they eventually did put me into the courtroom with the restraint chair, and they said, "All right, so." I did a stint a few months at the Florida Correctional, or no, the Florida Evaluation and Treatment Center, which is a mental facility in Florida City, I want to say. I spent roughly like 9-10 months there. Not a great place. One flew over the cuckoo's nest.
Really?
Roughly, yeah. I mean, like we're talking like some crazy security guards, like
Really?
violent. I was invited to and attended many a boot party in my time there, because I was a pretty uncooperative inmate.
A what party?
Boot party.
Oh, really?
That's where you're surrounded by a bunch of dudes who are wearing boots, and they kick you in the ribs and in the face and the head and stuff, and the balls.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So let me take one quick step back though. Like when it seems like, so they find you in the airplane, they find you in the luggage compartment of this airplane. Are they immediately treating you like someone who's violated terrorist laws, or did this whole experience just kind of get gradually worse as it went on?
Gradually got worse, because like I'm like, I feel like at that point I was pretty lucid, considering what the situation that was going down. I feel like, I mean, I have like perfect clarity of like the whole situation, and I'm like thinking back on my reasoning behind the decisions I made, and I'm going, wow, spurious logic at best, but I was doing the best I could at the time. You know what I mean? But yeah, like when I got there, I was lucid. I was cooperative, and it just didn't seem to matter. It just didn't seem to. It just seemed like, why bother? They don't care if I'm good. I mean, all it means is like they're just less cranky to me. You know what I mean? Like everybody,
Yeah.
like everybody's just less cranky as long as you don't, rock the boat too much.
Yeah.
And eventually I just like, I spent, months in solitary confinement. I like, just, the guard would come by and be like, "Hey, I need to do this." I'd be like, "Fuck you, go away." Like, I don't care. Like, like, eat shit, asshole. Like, I didn't think I was going to be spending a long time in this place. I didn't think like, like insane. How could you possibly put me in a how could I possibly spend a long time in jail or prison for something so minuscule, so minor? You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't seem. Burglary of a conveyance, 4.5 years later now, almost a year in prison, three years and change in a county jail, and because I fell asleep on a Delta airplane.
Dude, I could fucking talk to you for 2 or 3 hours just about those fucking 4 years, but I think it would defeat the purpose of what we want to discuss. But so are you telling me that those you were in custody for over 2 years before you were even sentenced?
Correct.
Fuck.
Okay, if you want to see my rock and roll songs, click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, then you could click right inside here. If you have subscribed or not, subscribe right here. Bye!